Hey everyone, what it is, what it do, back for episode 2. So, alright, so if you tuned into episode 1, you know the direction that we are taking this podcast in, and you know that, there's a lot that we're going to be diving into. It's a whole lot, and it's really very dense, and it is going to take all of your whole mind to absorb all of it. Don't be afraid to listen to episodes twice. Don't be afraid to look into extra resources. Don't be afraid to do outside research. Like, if something I say sparks your soul, ignites something in you, run with it, follow it, because that is one thing I definitely want to teach on this podcast, is learning to feel into your emotions and learning your body, and learning when your body is telling you yes, when your body is telling you no, when your body is telling you go, stop, all of it. Because listening to yourself and knowing more about yourself, that's really the first step. And a lot more follows after you have that foundation laid. Having a good foundation for who you are and how you react to things, how you perceive things, that would definitely help you. Because, a lot of us, we're overthinkers. And when you realize what kind of things make you overthink, why they make you overthink, you're able to tap in and to stop some of those patterns, kind of put a pin in them, reverse them if you want to, turn your overthinking from negative to positive. That's what people who are able to ground themselves in how they feel, what they feel, that, like, when you're successful doing that, that's what you're able to do. You literally can take negativity, transmute it into positive energy. All right, so I do want to just preface that the first couple of episodes of this, I'm a really spontaneous person. I am a manifester. I'm a manifester generator. That's my human design. And so I'm ridiculously spontaneous. Like, sometimes it stresses me out. So I'm not going to record. I'm not going to write any show notes until the 3rd episode, because what I want my first 3 episodes. The last episode I recorded, that was pretty raw too. I just want it to be, I'm just going to pick a topic and I'm just going to talk about it. I'm just going to go on for like 5 to 10 minutes. And that's what the first couple episodes are going to be about. I'm really excited to see my growth on this podcast also. So I don't want to try to structure myself too much and put myself in too much of a box to where I'm not, really speaking my mind. And also, I want to be my authentic self so that I can get good feedback. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm like eating this popcorn and it's making me burp like a maniac. Okay. I want to get good authentic feedback on my style, what you guys think I should do, like any questions that you guys have, I just want it to be raw, and, I just want to keep the structure to a minimum in the beginning, especially while I'm trying to make some friends. But anyway, so I am actually recording this in my car, because I just was feeling like I just needed to say some things. So I've been thinking for the past day or so, my next episode is going to be about, and I think the very first thing we need to start off with is when you don't know where to start. I think that is one thing that definitely stresses a lot of people out, diving into spirituality and trying to undo hideous, atrocious patterns that we've picked up as children, and trying to, reverse engineer ourselves when we have not been given the tools to do so. We literally have to learn as we go. It's hard to know where to start. And it's also not just, this is where you start questioning, like, this is like, there's nowhere to start that's going to be good for everybody, because everybody is different. I would recommend looking at your human design and seeing how you react and how you manifest and how you like when you came, what your soul is designed for. Like, download it, My Human Design. I'll put a link for it in the show notes, but I downloaded it. It was so worth it. I've become so much more in tune with myself. I listen to it like I try to listen to it once every week or so, just so I can keep myself grounded in like what's going to be the best way for me to perform at my optimal level at all times. That is what your human design is going to tell you, like how you need to do things. It's going to tell you what you need to do, how you need to do them. Like, it's going to lay out all the ground rules for you And then you get to decide. You get to move forward with more light on who you are as a person. So when you don't know where to start, you don't have to worry about that, because who cares? Like, it doesn't matter where you start. That's one thing, is that it does not matter where you start. Two, is there's so many places to start. There's so many amazing resources, so many things. There's so many, like, where to start, I don't even know. Where I started was books on Amazon. I was looking up books about like chakras and energy, vibrations, things like that. I was a nerdy kid, and so books just really spoke to me, and I was able to really immerse myself into learning more through books. Now, I would say, it depends on what kind of learner you are. Are you a visual learner? Like, do you learn by doing? Because if you are a visual learner, I definitely recommend, going on and like use your social media to tailor your experience. Like, my social media only shows me a bunch of spiritual stuff, a bunch of witchy woo woo, a bunch of just like crystals and like just positivity and like good energy, rainbows and shit all on my timeline. Like, that's what you have to do for yourself. First of all, is tailor it to your experience. Second of all, join groups, start listening to podcasts that interest you. Look online for, like resources. I would start getting like look at those little shops that sell those candles and like the crystals and the incense and the tarot cards. Actually, don't buy your own tarot deck. Don't do it. Okay? Just don't. Okay? You'll thank me later, but just don't do it. But yeah, there's so many resources, like, and you don't have to feel like, oh my God, am I doing enough? You're always doing enough. And like, when you feel like, oh my God, I feel so good doing this, that is the best way to manifest and to live the life that you want to live. That's the best way to get where you want to go. When you're feeling good and you're feeling in your energy and you're in the flow and you're in tune with things, that's the best way to do it. You don't gotta wake up every morning and be like, all right, I have to meditate, I have to manifest, I have to write 15,000 affirmations, I have to watch this YouTube video, I have to see this specific person's talk, I have to listen to. No, that is gonna stress you out, and that's not what the universe even wants for you. That's not what your guides want for you, and I know that's not what you want for yourself, because that sounds like what this physical world, what people here have created. That life where we just like have all these obligations, and that's all that life is. It's like, I have to do this, I have to do that. Am I having a good time? No, but I gotta do it. So we're canceling that, right? Aren't we? Duh. Like, that is done. That's over with. And so whatever is gonna, light you up, whatever is gonna be good for you, that's just what it's gonna be. Like, it's not really up to anyone else to tell you, like, you need to read this specific book. You need to meditate for this specific amount of time. No. What you already like right now, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, start with videos. If you listen to a lot of music, start dabbling in spiritual music. Oh my God, guys, when I found out oh my gosh, maybe next episode I'll talk about some of my favorite artists, but there are so many amazing artists who make, like, it's so inspiring because they make music about exactly what I want to hear about, exactly what I'm feeling, exactly what I'm thinking. And the talents that I possess are not those. And it's just so amazing just to, like, we all have unique talents. And so using other people's talents to your advantage, that's another thing that is going to help you. Like, if you have a spiritual friend and you have some questions, ask them, hit them up, be like, hey girl, like, I know you'd be doing X, Y, and Z. Like, I just want to know more. I just want to, be open-minded, be perceptive. That's where you start. You have to open up. You have to open up. If you keep it locked in, if you keep yourself closed off, that is not going to help you. That's going to slow your process down. It's going to slow your progress down. And also, everyone's progress goes at a different rate. So if you think you're going slow, quote unquote, there's quotations around that, slow, because it's not. There's no such thing. Like, it's just how you progress as a human being. Everybody has their different levels of how they grow. And some people grow exponentially out of control, and some people grow steady and slow wins the race, and both are 100% fine. And so, I think I'm going to end there, because I think that's that's really all that there is to it, is that you don't need to feel any kind of obligations or need to feel like you need to make some kind of to-do list, or you need to be checking boxes or anything. You know, designing your life, living your life, manifestation, creation, and transformation in this life, there is nowhere to start. You just do it. Take action. If you've been wanting to start taking a cooking class, go online and start looking at find some. If you've been wanting to get into yoga, go like in your in your community and see what kind of resources there are. You know, if you've been wanting to start a garden or have some plants, do some research on some plants. It all starts with taking the first step. You know, like, it's always, I feel like spirituality, where do I start? That's not even just a spiritual topic. Like, spirituality, yes, it is a big, giant plethora of information, and it can be very overwhelming to think about where you should start. But that's the main question of life. Anytime you start anything, you're going to probably be like, oh my God, like, what do I do? Where do I start? Before you start it. But once you actually get into it, once you're 6 months from now, go come back and listen to this video and think about what you were thinking then and what you're thinking now in 6 months, and be like, oh my God, I didn't know where to start. I was worried about nothing. And so that will do. I hope that everybody has a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous Friday, and an even better weekend, and even better days to come, because that's all that is going on here, bursting through ceilings. Okay? We are bursting through ceilings. All right? Stay up, gang. I'll holler at you later. Bye.